have mercy. This is Billy F. Gibbons, and we're coming to you with Premier Guitar's Big Five. What is your favorite guitar? Most everyone has a probably a go-to, something regular. In our case, our 1959 Les Paul, the Sunburst Les Paul, named Pearly Gates. She reigns supreme. In fact, it would be fair to say there has yet to be a recorded example coming from yours truly, Billy F. Gibbons, or ZZ Top. Pearly is always front and center. Pearly Gates has a peculiar presence, and I believe that it just happened to have occurred on the day when the right combination of wood, the right kind of application of glue, even down to the spray booth, painting that sunburst finish. All the elements seem to stack up in the right way. And it's, to this day, the sound that comes out of that instrument is so strident. It's one of the most robust sounding instruments that we've ever. In fact, the chase to find a suitable guitar that would come close to sounding like Pearly has wound up in amassing this warehouse full of lumber. What is my Desert Island album? Well, speaking of the desert and being a desert island, when we started Hardware, in fact, we started a series of sessions. We didn't even have a name yet to slap on this new album, but we were definitely in the desert, and it very well could have been an island. There was 20 miles in every direction with nothing. And when you start with nothing, the way out of it is to do something. And each one of us, Matt, Sorum, Austin Hanks, myself, we kept referring to certain records, favorite records. And I would say, I would even pinpoint it to a single. Start Me Up by the Rolling Stones, to this day, still gets the motor running. Having said that, let's not forget the 13th Floor Elevators, their first album, the psychedelic sounds of the 13th Floor Elevators. Very inspiring, very much the inspirational piece. It's a go-to record. The biggest guitar culture pet peeve, the value of using light gauge strings. B.B. King picked up a guitar early on. He said, "Can I play your guitar?" I said, "Sure, man." He gave it a few strums, and at the time I was using heavy wire, thinking that was how you get big sounds. He handed it back to me. He said, "Man," he said, "them strings are heavy. Why are you working so hard?" And that started I started tiptoeing down the avenue of light gauge strings. Nobody wants to pick up your favorite axe and then plank, off goes the string. However, over the past not so distant future, I was speaking with Jimmy Dunlop. And when I challenged Jimmy Dunlop to figure out how to pull wire one step below the slinky string of a .008. I said, "Can you draw a 7?" He said, "Well, I'm not so sure." But he succeeded. And what I've discovered is the former nemesis, a broken string, seems to have gone out the window. The resiliency of those light gauge strings offer the player to bend out to a planet Mars and back again without having to worry about breaking the string. So there you have it. Which guitar hero of mine might surprise followers of what we've been doing on the sonic spectrum? I produced a record by a guy from Tucson, Arizona. Unfortunately, he passed away, but I was able to coax him into making a great record. His name was Rainer Potacek, P-T-A-C-E-K, Rainer Potacek, and he had an outfit. He was working a trio called Rainer and Das Combo, and the record came out under the title The Texas Tapes, which can still be found. You look deep enough, you can you can find your way into embracing the sounds in that record called the Texas Tapes. Reiner had he played slide guitar, but he didn't call it slide guitar. He called it slither guitar because he had he had a very special touch, which was just that. He was slithering up and down the neck. It was so yes, Reiner Potacek still holds sway. Woo! Not so secret. It starts here. The hands. Recently went in to follow up for a request for a complete head to toe physical. And one of the things was the last step through was getting an x-ray. And I asked the x-ray attendant, I said, by the way, I said, since nobody else is around, can you take an x-ray of these hands? And she said, what's wrong with your hands? I said, nothing. I just want to see what's in there because I like what they do. I found some picture frames that unfold left and right. So I've got the right hand on the left side and the left hand on the right side. You can unfold it and there it is. The evidence is quite clear.